Good morning, friends. Welcome to Spirit Play. It's so good to be here with you today. Shall we sing our welcome song? Welcome, 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 welcome. It's time to say hello now, hello now, hello now. It's time to say hello now to all of our friends. Good morning, friends. I'm Sarah, your Spirit Play teacher, and I wish I could see right through that camera and see you at home so that I could see who's here with me today. Look around the room. Who's there with you today? Are there people in your family that are with you for Spirit Play today? That's so wonderful. My goodness, family feels so much more important these days when we can't be together here at church. Thank goodness we still have people who we can be with in person. Shall we light our chalice this morning? We light this chalice as a symbol of our faith, the light of truth and the warmth of love. And now we can say our peace greeting. Remember, I'll say it first, and then you can say it at home. I offer you friendship. I offer you love. I offer you peace. I see your beauty. I hear your needs. I honor the wisdom in you. Come, let us wonder together. My friends, we had somebody send us joys and sorrows for today. How wonderful! Remember, you can have your grown-up send Michelle joys and sorrows for us to read together here over email. Just tell your mom or dad or your guardian what you want to share with us for joys and sorrows. You can even share that you have a joy and sorrow, but you want to keep it in your heart, and that's okay too. So remember to tell your folks and then have them send to Michelle your joys and sorrows so we can be together a little bit more. Today we have joys and sorrows from Brendan and Annika. Brendan has a joy because he just had his 6th birthday, and that was so exciting. So happy birthday, Brendan. I just had a birthday too, and Michelle just is having a birthday this week. So many birthdays. I wonder who else might be having a birthday out there. Brendan also had a sorrow to share with us because when he was doing his joys and sorrows, it was cloudy outside. I'm looking outside right now, and it's cloudy today too, so we can share and listen in with Brendan's sorrow and send him some love to feel better. Annika had a joy and a sorrow to share with us too. Annika's joy was that she goes to school and she gets to meet her best friend at school, which is really exciting. And part of her joy was that she loves her brother. And part of her joy is that she and her brother can actually be together because they live at home together. And that's great. But then Annika also had a sorrow because her best friend that she gets to see at school can't see her at home in her house to play. And that's sad. What are your joys and sorrows today? Why don't you and your grown-up take a little time to tell each other what feels really happy and joyful today and what might feel a little sad or upsetting today? Go ahead and share now. If you have lots and lots of joys and sorrows, why don't you pause the video and finish up, and then we'll continue on with our story for today. We have a really wonderful story for today. Let's make some space for it. Oh my. What a great big basket. What's in here? Oh. You know, if we were here at Spirit Play today, we would be sitting all around the rug together. Because I can't see you, I don't know how you're sitting this morning, but we make a kind of circle when we're on the rug together. And today, if we use our imaginations, we can make a kind of circle here together. That kind of circle is our community at church. This rainbow is like the rainbow path of Unitarian Universalism, and it represents our promises that we make to one another. Our promises are also called our principles, and they are guidelines to help us know how to be love to one another at church. You know, community can kind of be hard sometimes. Sometimes people may not agree, or sometimes we may think something is not fair. And so it's really good to have ways to talk about what's important to us so that we can be a good community and loving to one another. This golden circle is a great mystery. It's a great force for love and justice and life, and we sometimes call it God. Having this mystery in the center of our community reminds us to love one another, and it holds us together in the middle of our promises. Today's lesson is all about these promises that we make to each other, so we know what is the right thing to do and how to love each other. Our first promise is represented by the color red. And at church we say, each person is important is our first promise to each other. This is a little gift. Each one of us is a gift. Each one of us is important. Did you know that you're a gift? We treat gifts as special and precious. And you are special and precious. You bring your own gifts here to our community. And you bring your own differences to our community. And we treat them as special presents for each of us. Our second promise is orange. This promise is be kind in all you do. What represents this promise is an orange heart. Because if we're all gifts and precious, we need to treat each other with respect and fairness and kindness. So this is a promise we make to each other. The next promise is yellow. We're free to learn together. Since we know that each one of us is a precious gift and we want to treat each other very kindly, we also want to remember that we are all connected as little parts of the truth, and that when we come together, we make a bigger truth all together. So this flame reminds us that we are all expressions of that truth. Let's see what else we have. The next one is represented by green, and we search for what is true. This is represented by this beautiful flower. When we know that we're a precious gift and we treat each other with kindness and we recognize that we're all a part of the truth, then when we learn, we remember that we're like this flower. We change and we grow. We learn new things and we're not the same as we were before. And we ask lots and lots of questions. Sometimes those questions bring answers that change. And sometimes we can't even find an answer to a question at all, but we keep on asking. This next one is blue. For all people need a voice. It's represented by this bell. When we learn and grow and figure out what's the right thing to do for us, this bell reminds us that we can't just think about what is right and true, but we have to do and act on what we think is right and true and use our voice to make changes so that there's justice and fairness for everyone. The next principle is blue, and it's building a fair and peaceful world. Because when we treat everybody as a gift and we are kind to them, when we're all connected and when we're learning and growing and speaking out for truth, what happens is we build a fair place where we can live in peace and harmony. This dove is to remind us about peace when we get along with one another. We have one more. It's purple. This promise we make is to care for Mother Earth and all who call her home. In this promise, we remember that as human beings, we're just one being among many, many beings of plants and animals on our earth. It's very important to make sure that the creatures of our earth have clean water and air and places to live. We take care of the earth and each other and the plants and the animals in this promise. These principles and promises help remind us as Unitarian Universalists what is right and how we can be church with one another and be love for one another. These promises remind us of the great loving mystery of fairness and justice that we sometimes call God. And it helps us to be together in our community. My friends, what was the best part of this story today? Share with your grown-up what you think the best part of the story was today. Friends, what do you think was the most important part of this story today? Share with each other. It might be something different than the best part, or it might be the same. And here's my favorite question. Friends, if you were someone or something in this story today, who or what would you be? Make sure you share who or what would you be in the story today. Friends, is there any part of this story that we could leave out and still have all the story we need? Talk about that for a minute. Continue your conversation for as long as it's juicy. And then it's time for work time. How would you like to work with this story today? Are any of these promises familiar? Have you heard them before? When you're done with your work time, you can come back to the video and we'll sing our goodbye song. Have fun working on the story today. Okay, what a fun class today talking about our Unitarian Universalist promises with one another. We need to unlight our chalice. Though we extinguish the light of this chalice, we know that the light of truth and the warmth of love go with us in our hearts. You are in my hearts today, friends. I guess I only have one heart. You're in my heart today, friends. All of you. So shall we sing our goodbye song? And I'll see you next time at Spirit Play. Sing along with me. Go now in peace. Go now in peace. May the spirit of love surround you everywhere, everywhere you may go. Go now in peace, go now in peace. May the spirit of love surround you everywhere, everywhere you may go. Bye-bye, friends. I'll see you next time.